All right, please let me know if you guys can see the two screens. Can you see one side and then the other side? Maybe I should pull up the chat box. I'm gonna pull the chat box on the side. Okay, perfect. All right, so this was the worksheet I was talking about, you guys. Like I said, it has different things on here that are useful to you. Today, we're going to be using Bendable and then the Canva Pro. So I have a class in Canva that you guys can join if you want to utilize Canva Pro for free. Just make sure you use this link and you'll be able to join that class. But I'm going to scroll down here. This is where you can find that recap video. And then again, right here is the Discord channel that you guys can join, okay? All right, so I'm gonna minimize this for right now, just so that way we can get started. So again, this is our email marketing masterclass. We are on week 2, where we're gonna be talking about build your list and freebie. This is pretty much a schedule for the rest of the month. We're gonna be drafting our content next week. We're gonna take a break so you can have some more time to draft your content. And then week 5, the last day of the month, we are going to put it all together so that way you have your August schedule together. Okay. All right. So week 2, before we get started, making sure you have that masterclass worksheet. Natalie, can you share the doc? I was not able. Yes. Let me pull it from up here. 1 second. If you just hopped on there, oops. Sorry, Amber. I just sent it to you by accident. There we go. There is the link for the worksheet. If you guys are just hopping on, feel free to type your questions in the chat as well. They are going to go directly to me, but we are going to have a Q&A at the end. So if I don't answer it right away because I don't see it, don't worry. We are going to have time at the end to discuss questions and stuff, and I'll allow you guys to unmute when the recording is over, because I am posting this masterclass on YouTube. So that way you guys will be able to view it later, okay? All right, so let's hop right into it. Where is my audience? Okay, when you guys are looking for trying to build your email list, you have to kind of ask this question, like, where is the audience that I'm trying to find? Because most of the time people assume when you're doing email marketing that it's like the older generation that still uses emails, but honestly, there's a lot of people that are utilizing email, and it's one of the more unique ways to market yourself, because I stated last week, it's your own personal network and your own personal community that you're working with. Because to some degree, if you're collecting somebody's email, they would have had to trust you on a level in order to give you that contact information, especially in this day and age where people are super, concerned about scams and protecting their information. If they're willingly giving you their contact information, then you want to make sure that you're doing something valuable with that information. But where can you find these people? Okay, so social media, of course, that is going to be your biggest place where you can find a lot of people to start building your list. Instagram is one that's very prominent for building your email list, in a sense that it allows you to upload like links into your bio. So if you're trying to be creative and do different things with it, you're able to, like, put different funnels and different information in your bio links that you can utilize to kind of easily grow your list. Other ways, if you have already an email platform that you're thinking of, or a newsletter that you're already doing, like BranchUp, for example. If you guys click on, like, let's say you log into a separate email, a dummy email, so to speak, and you try to click on an email from BranchUp, it actually has it on there, like embedded within the BranchUp email, that says, hey, do you want to subscribe? So, they have little different funnels and things like that to kind of help you start building your list and making sure that people opt into the things that you're wanting to do. But social media is one of the biggest ways that you can do that, because of course there's a lot of people on there. Now, Bendable is a newer one that I like to talk about. This is something that I've been doing for, I think I'm in my 11th month now. And it's basically, you build lists and you can start on top of earning, different little cash outs from people who buy from the list, but you can start collecting emails from there as well, through Canva, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. Um, but that is another way where it's a free way you can definitely use to start building your email list, because people who are going on this app, they're going to click on your list because of a shared interest. Okay, they're going on there to see what you have to offer. So if you have different things in the funnel set up to where you can actually collect that contact information, then that can be something that's beneficial for you. Definitely local events, farmers markets. When you're talking to people, they're getting to know you, get out there. You can't just rely heavily on, the computer stuff. You definitely have to go out there and talk to real life people. And the cool thing about what we do, we have collateral and all these things where we can kind of utilize to our advantage. So when people are passing by our tables or passing by the little stands that we have, there's something else that we can offer for them to give them a little bit more value. And they're like, oh, hey, I see you do this. This is legit. This is really from Disney. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put my contact number or contact email on that sign up sheet type of thing. So just be creative, especially when you're doing this. Local events, in my personal experience, have been a lot better, as far as leads transitioning into clients. Now, not to say that expos or like large conventions don't work, because there is value in that. You do get an email list at the end of those, but chances are, like, if you have like 2,000 people on that email list, so to speak, you cannot contact all those 2,000 people at one time. That's the quickest way to get kicked off of a platform, speaking from experience, because that's exactly what I did. And I got so really high unsubscribe rate, they kicked me off of HubSpot because of how I utilized that list. So now, with that experience, with the local events and things, yes, it may be a smaller volume, but you might have more quality. And because you actually talk to these people, they may actually transition to clients a little bit more for you. So both have its benefits. Don't worry. Like, I've gotten clients from my wedding expo as well, but I find that the local events hits a little bit different. Same thing with networking events too. Everybody who is in a networking event, they're trying to be seen, right? They're trying to get to know other people who know other people. And you want to be that person where if they're in a conversation with one of their clients or one of their customers, that you are the first person that pops up when that subject comes to play. So a nice helpful tip that I've learned with this one is asking for partnerships and trade services. So for us specifically, when it comes to, doing the travel business, other people who are like travel influencers, right? They have like emails from people that they talk with, or if they have different companies that they work with, the brand deals, or wedding videographers for those who like romance travel, that can be in for you, and that can really increase your way to kind of get in touch with the larger market than what you're already building for yourself. And the worst thing that they can say is no, right? Just, it can't hurt to ask. And then, of course, previous email participants. We've all had, I don't know about you, but like when it came to college and school and all that, it seemed like I had a whole bunch of emails from a lot of people that I didn't know. Use those emails now. Like, they may remember you from something. Like, I was looking the other day, I had an email from back in 2014, and it was from somebody who was in like the ASG thing that I was part of, like the group was. So I'm like, that can be a connection there. There's the email, there's the information, and if it works, it works. If it goes through, the worst that can happen is that you get a bounce back, and now that email's invalid, but at least you tried. So these are like a lot of different ways that you can utilize those. Like I said, we're going to heavily focus on these two for right now, but there is value in these ones. I do highly suggest that you keep that in mind as well. So let's see here. Let me show you an example of a social media one, just so I can show you guys what I have actually done. I also have other businesses and stuff. So I utilize my crochet business to my advantage. That is a whole other industry and a whole other market that can be tapped into for like crafter fairs and things like that. I can easily integrate that, especially when you're making a product. You can make travel gear and things for your clients. So That's what I'm doing for this month. Anybody who's supporting the crochet shop, I gave them acknowledgement saying thank you so much. And if they subscribe to my travel business, then my other business is going to supply them with a free product. So that's like another a unique way to kind of set yourself up. I have the link here. That way they can easily subscribe, and then basically just using your other business to build one business type of thing, and you're integrating everything. Another way, if you have newsletters that you send out, I personally use MailChimp. That is my email marketing platform of choice, but there are so many different other ones out there. I highly suggest you do your research, because what works for me isn't always going to work for you or be user friendly for you. So definitely do that research. But this is the July newsletter that I sent out. Okay. And at the top here, it has a subscribe button. So when anybody clicks on that, and this is a social media post from MailChimp, because you can actually post that from there. It gives them an easy funnel that they had to put their information on there, and then they can subscribe directly from the post. So that's another way that you can collect and start thinking about utilizing social media to your advantage. And then bio links. I mentioned how you can put links in your descriptions, like in Instagram, TikTok, um, Facebook, all of the social media accounts, right? Where they have that website, you can add a bio link there. So I just created a new one that integrated all the stuff that I'm working on right now. And oh, I forgot to put it on there. But well, after tonight, this one on here is going to say subscribe to our email newsletter right under here. I added the header, but I didn't add the link, which is funny. So but yeah, that can be another way where you can easily put like a thing out there. If they want to subscribe to your email newsletter, they can do that. Okay, does that make sense for everybody? Do we have any questions on that? All right, moving on. All right. So now that you kind of have an idea or getting an idea of where you can kind of find your audiences, now it's time to start to create a funnel. So remember how I had this post here, they have a subscribe link here, and then um, they have to put their information here. Well, that's like a mini funnel because that's like a direct shot to subscribe. But when I'm talking about a funnel is in a way of where you're offering something to get something in return. So the funnel flow, basically you post in IFO, which is a irresistible free offer, and you can utilize I put social media on here as an example, but again, you can utilize vouchers, you can do, for in-person events, you can do this in a lot of different ways, but mainly social media is a way that I personally choose to do this way of funnel. And then the prospect clicks on it because they're like, hey, I see something that I want, let me go ahead and click on it, see what that's about. So the next page says, okay, if you want to get this, you need to give me your name, you need to give me your phone number, your email. And then I put birthday on there, but I leave it as an option just in case people are kind of like, I don't want to do that. But if they have their birthday on there, that's your opportunity to give out free like birthday vouchers and things like that when that time comes around. But that's the information that is required for them in order to get that free offer. Once they put it in, then they get the goodies, so to speak. So it's very simple. It's like you do this to get this type of thing. And when you're thinking about creating this funnel, you want to make sure that you have certain, what happened here? Step one disappeared. Hold on. Let's try this again. Okay, well, we're going to just minimize this for now. Since step one is not showing in the presentation mode, we're going to show it here. So the first thing that you want to start thinking of is, okay, what kind of irresistible free offer can can I give out, basically? What is something that's going to be so much value that people are going to want to click on this so that I can really, build that trust up front, especially with social media, build that trust that they're going to give me their contact information. So a couple of examples that apply to what we do: travel guides. People love a good travel guide. Just definitely search on Google, what's a popular travel destination going for. It's summertime now, so I would suggest probably looking into, at the very least, fall, Halloween time, but definitely like Christmas time or New Year's type of stuff. I would look into, travel guides or travel tips or things like that for that kind of time frame, because that's where people are really like planning for right now. But you can do summertime if you really want to. Maybe a travel journal, something that you can easily create on Canva. Vouchers, again, everybody likes to get free stuff. You don't have to say it's free, because technically our vouchers aren't free. They do have to pay for, the fee, the terms and not the terms and conditions, but the fees and stuff. But you're giving them something, so you could just say, hey, I'll give you this for, your information, type of thing. So there's still value there, depending on the voucher that you're using. And those are just a couple of examples. You can really go through, and we're going to actually do an activity where, like I said, we're using AI to kind of draft some ideas for your personal niche market, after we do this here. But just make sure that it's something that people actually want. Okay, you can take a poll on Facebook and say, hey, what's something that you, travel wise, that you can't live without? Or what's something that you really, really, really need more information about that you don't really see or that you can't Google on your own? That's your chance to shine. This is your chance to share your expertise as the travel agent. Okay, so just be creative when you guys are doing those. Step two, then it's time to create the funnel flow. So I use the email marketing platform of my choice, which is MailChimp, but you can use other softwares that they have. There's a lot of free options. And actually, I just found this out very, very recently, that you can actually use Canva as a funnel option for free. So I am going to be testing this out to see how it works, because I haven't beta tested it since I just found out about it. But yeah, that's going to be a really cool one to kind of work through. And then there's the step three. After that, you guys want to make sure you follow up. Okay, ask them, in a quick email. They already gave it to you. How do you like this IFO? How's it doing for you? Is there any other things that you might want to see? Is there any other kind of, trips or destinations that you might be more interested in or learning about and things? And that's your way to start building that connection via email before you start, adding them to the group emails. So make sure you follow up. That is one of, I will say, probably the most important steps. You don't want anybody to fall through the cracks and just send them an email, get their email, and then that's it. They're done. And now all of your emails start landing in spam. You want to avoid that spam folder by any means necessary. So the more people are clicking on your inboxes, the more that stays out of your spam folder. Excuse me. I'm gonna take a sip of water for a minute. All right. Of course, it pops up after this is already on there. That's funny. Okay, perfect. Now, some different sales funnel platforms that you can use. Like I said, this is kind of like a similar list to last week, where you can use an email marketing platform like HubSpot or Salesforce, MailChimp, things like that. But my thing is, I would highly suggest you guys do your research on what is user friendly for you. Personally, I really, really like HoneyBook. Out of out of this list, this is one of my favorites. It's very, very user friendly, and you can pop it out like in 2 minutes. Like, it's so quick to create a funnel on here. All of these have free options. They do have free trials as well, but there are some of them that you do have to pay for. So again, just do your research, look up sales funnel platforms, and then go through them and see which ones you like. As of current, I'm using this one, and then I'm going to be starting to use this one as well because it's free, so why not? And we're going to talk about how to do this one, since this is a little bit more accessible for people right now for the purposes of this class. We're going to go in and actually create a Canva Pro one together, okay? All right, so here's the good stuff. I hope you guys are by your computer. So we are going to do an activity. Like I asked you in the beginning of the class, please be sure to pull up ChatGPT because we are going to be using AI for this. If you're not able to pull it up, that's fine, but just know that you are going to be leaving this class with at least, let's say, 12 12 months worth of freebie ideas that you can use, meaning like you could do 12 or one for each month. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, if you need time to go get your computer with class, I'll wait a little bit. So how can I add value to my audience? This is a kind of nice list that you can utilize. So freebie list options that you want to think about. We're going to pull up ChatGPT. And we're just starting completely from scratch. As you can see, I did one earlier just to beta test this out, and it actually works. So first thing, this is the first prompt that we're going to put in. You are an expert email market researcher in the travel industry. Can you draft a freebie idea list great for clients to receive for an initial email send out? The goal of these list items are to encourage potential clients to give their contact information in exchange for the freebie item. So you're literally listing exactly what you're trying to get from this, what you want from it, and then prompting them in a way so that they're in the mindset that you're trying to do for. So I did one earlier for family travel, which is one of my niche areas. I'm going to do a cruise one because that's another one of my niche areas, and we're doing this together. Once you guys get your prompt in, make sure you put a 1 in the chat box, and when I see enough ones, we're going to move on to the next step, okay? Because I want everybody to be following along for this part. Researcher in the travel industry. I would copy and paste, but I'm giving you guys time to type as well. Idea list for clients to receive for initial send out. The goal. And again, this prompt is going to be on the worksheet as well too. So don't worry, I'm giving all you guys all of this information. So to give their contact information in exchange. Oops, if I could spell. All right, guys, I'm waiting for some ones. Go ahead and put those ones in the chat box if you got your first little freebie item list. But don't stop there, okay? We have a couple more prompts that we're going to be putting in here to get the most optimal list that works for you. All right. I want to see if it's going to give me some different information. That'll be interesting to see. All right, see, it's drafting lists. We have some personalized travel itineraries. That's a good one. Destination ebooks. That's pretty cool. And you can put those on Amazon too. If you guys don't have an Amazon storefront, I'm gonna need you guys to get one. That's just a side note. That has nothing to do with email marketing. That's just, don't leave money on the table. But anyways, there's that. Packing checklist, travel budget planner. That's a good one. I use that one personally and it does very well. It's like a budget planner and a regular like travel planner type of thing. Exclusive travel discounts. Okay. Language cheat sheets. That's a new one. That's pretty cool. Cultural etiquette guides. These are different than the list that they gave me earlier. So I might go ahead and start making some of these. But you see how like you can offer a lot of great things. Like that's something that's super helpful. Cultural etiquette guides. If you guys haven't seen the list of the countries that Americans like what they've done to get banned from that country, I highly suggest Googling it. It's one of those things where it makes you cringe a little bit. It's like, why would you do that? you're in a temple. Like, come on now. It's not just Americans, it's other people too, but majority it's us, unfortunately. But yeah, so that can be something that can benefit somebody. Like, you never know what people don't know. All right, I'm seeing some ones in here. Language phrase book. And if you're like, fluent in a different language too, you can add some of your, some of your extra little tidbits in there. If you know some slang or some funny words or things that you want to add on there, I would. That's just me personally and my personality. But like that can be something that's pretty cool too. All right, I'm seeing some ones in here. Awesome. All right. So for those of you guys, don't worry if you're still typing, don't worry, you'll be fine. But for those of you guys that are ready to move on, this is the second prompt, okay? It's going to say, can you give an example of how I can hmm, that doesn't sound right. Wait a minute. I think I skipped a word on the when I was typing this out. Give me 1 second. Yes, I forgot to put each on here. Okay. Can you give me an example of how I can what was I trying to say? I was typing too fast. Can you give me an example of how I can each item for potential clients interested in family travel? There's supposed to be use in there somewhere. So, grammar. I'm a travel agent, not an English teacher. Sorry. Can you give me an example of how I can use each item for potential clients interested in and insert your niche at the end there. I use family travel for this first example. I'm going to use cruise for this one. Can you give me example of how I can use each item for potential clients interested. And once you guys get that, put a 2 in the chat box so I know you're following along. All right, freebie ideas. So for each item that they have listed, they're going to give you kind of like a topic, so to speak. This is going to give you that initial, if you want to kind of convert things into posts, or you want to have that catchy tagline, not a subject line, because the subject line you want it to say something very specific, but this can be your hook where you have that subject line and then that first sentence that they see can be this. So this is where that comes in. And it breaks it down for each one, right? So it has different things on here. It gives you exactly what it's talking about. It makes it sound, fun and exciting. I want to do destination wedding, honeymoons, and anniversaries. Would I put all three? I would put romance travel to keep it simple. Um, yeah, Francesca, I would definitely put romance travel for that. Good question. All right, I'm seeing some twos already. Some twos. You guys already have that one in there. Following along beautifully. Thank you so much for the participation. And guys, use AI to your advantage. Now, I'm doing this on like a basic one, but I have previous videos on my YouTube channel on where I created my ideal client. This is what Georgia Traveler Persona. That's my ideal client. So I would do the same exact thing if you have one. Okay, if you have one, and customize it to your personal ideal client. If you want the most optimal, email campaign that you can possibly get, then you can definitely do that for your avatar as well. But for purposes right now, I'm pretty sure not many of you guys have your customer avatar made already. This would do, right? This could help for the generic public, but I would definitely say if you have time, do one for your customer avatar as well. And again, I do have a video on how you can create one already on my YouTube channel. It's It's actually a mock booking video using Evo Plus. That's what I do it on. So you can view that there. And I'll put it on the worksheet too, so you guys can find it quickly if you need to. All right, so I'm seeing a good amount of twos here. All right, we're going to move on to prompt number 3. This is the last one. Create 3 email campaigns for each idea list listed above on the topic of whatever your niche was. Please include a highly optimized subject line to encourage clicks and email content. Feel free to list in an easy to read chart with clear labels of the items. Okay, so that is going to be the last one here. I'm going to type. My YouTube, it's on the worksheet. If you don't have that, I'll definitely share that at the end here. Just give me one moment. Let me type this in. Campaign for each idea listed above of cruise travel. Please include a highly optimized encourage clicks and email content. Feel free to listen in easy to read charts or bullet points, whatever you so fancy. I am a visual person, so charts are my friends. Labels of the items. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, like this is giving you 20 different ideas that you can choose from. You don't have to do all 20, but it gives you 20 nonetheless. So let's say one month you want to focus on one niche area and you want to kind of offer one. And then every so months or so you can kind of, alternate between this one and this one, this one and this one. Again, it gives you a good amount of information that you can utilize for your campaigns. So literally for every single month, you can use each one of these boxes that they have logistically for your freebie that you offer for the month. So I said 12 in the beginning, but I really meant more. I just kind of wanted to give you guys the idea. But you see here, it gives you a subject, it gives you the content on here, you have your guide there. So it gives you kind of that funnel flow that we were looking at earlier that you can utilize for your email campaign. And guess what? It's completely free. You didn't have to do too much brain power. The prompts are there for you, so you can do this for as many niche markets as you want. If you want to do sports travel, adventure travel, foodie travel, wine travel, you can get as specific as you want to get with this, and it'll still give you the information there, and it's in the chart format for you. So very, very simple. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Now you guys can go through, browse what kind of freebies that you realistically want to try to offer for your clients, something that you want to do that you're able to do. Canva is your best friend, just because I use Canva for creating all of these that I do, mostly the travel journal. I'm recently doing travel tips and then working into travel guides as well. But I also do my travel guides in a different way. So once this is done generating, it's still going. I think this is the last one. I'll show you guys how I personally do my travel guides as well. But there you go. You have your topic. Like I said, you have your subject right there. That's your subject line. You have your content. And then all you have to do is have this get the guide. And that's going to be the first step into your funnel. So where it says get the guide, it's going to take them to where you're like, okay, give me your contact information. Okay. And then now you can have this information. So this is their starting point, guys. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So now that you guys have your ideas of what you're wanting to do, we're going to hold off on the freebie offer thing. I'm going to leave this up on here for those of you guys that might be writing. Let's go into Canva and try to create something. Okay. I'm going to pull up, where is it? This is the worksheet. So this is an example of one of the freebies that I have for that I send out, or things that I put on my links and things like that. It's basically a travel budget planner. So they have this information, they have any notes, it's branded with my colors. I did not create this template. I just found one on there. I typed in travel planner, found a template that I liked, and then changed the colors and added my branding to it. That's literally all I did. And my font, that's as well, to stay consistent. But basically, this is all I offer right here is a travel planner. Day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way up to day 10, and that is the freebie. Okay, so something super simple. If you want to do something like travel tips, that's also a great way. A lot of people like different travel tips to different destinations, and you can, the beauty of that is there's no limit to how many travel tips that you can do. There's so many places in the world that you can look into, and a lot of, like, local spots and things that you can get into, that is super easy to do something like with the travel tips. But here is one idea as well. This is what I was talking about earlier, Bendable. This is basically a building list, and if you don't have it already, you have to be invited by somebody who already has it. Hence why it's on my worksheet, so that way you guys can get invited on there. You don't get any like points or anything like that from inviting people. That's just sharing the community. They're more so community based than anything. That's what they focus on. However, if people buy from your list, you do get cash back from, certain items, depending on what they have. So it is a kind of side hustle in itself. When you get to a certain point, you have to obviously build to a certain point to cash out. Obviously, it's not going to be a get rich quick type of thing, but it's a nice way to make a little extra money on the side too. But what's really cool about this is you can have as many lists as you want. So depending on if you're a multi-passionate person like myself and you just want to put everything on there, you can do that as well. If you want to add a vacation travel essentials one, you can do that. What I have up here at the top, I have my travel guides. So I'll go ahead and click on my Atlanta one because that's the one that gets clicked on more. And you can basically categorize things how you want it, however you see fit. So literally all of these links are Viator links for one. And all the descriptions, aside for this one, because this one I actually went on, are, things of what I thought about the actual activity. Now, your question is, okay, I could do all this. How can I utilize this to collect emails? Let me show you. So let me go to a different list here. Let's say I wanted to add something to my vacation travel essentials, and I wanted to add like a travel planner of sorts or something, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit add, and I'm gonna go to this travel planner. This is where Canva becomes a funnel, guys. This is like a cheat sheet that I just found out about. Okay. So if I click share, instead of using the public view link where it allows everybody to just view everything right off the bat, they don't have to log into Canva, they don't have to log into anything, they could just get your information. Keep it as only people added can add. Only people added can have access. Okay. And I'm gonna show you guys why. So I'm gonna copy this link, I'm gonna put it on here. And I would love it if I get a volunteer. Okay, we're just gonna leave this as it is. I'm gonna take it off for a moment, but I'm gonna also share this into the chat. And whoever clicks on it first, that's who I'm clicking on, because I just want to show you guys. Boop, I'm gonna put that in the chat box for you guys. Francesca said, me. I love the enthusiasm. This isn't even the right one. It's this one. And I still pulled up the same one. That's funny. I did the same thing twice. There we go. Ah, I'm trying to click on the right one. I don't have the right one open. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get myself together. All right, let's see who clicked on it. Who clicked on it? Oh, Kim, you are the lucky user. All right, so you guys see this? It has first name, last name, and guess what else? It has an email. So that is how Canva is its own email funnel, guys. Can you believe that? I literally just found this out like a couple of weeks ago. That's crazy. So now, just by putting information out there, of course, I'm going to only put can view. Make sure you change that setting to where they can only view it. But now I can share this design with her, and now she has it. Now, I will say it does take effort on your part to check your email. So that might be one con for you if you don't check your email often. Just set an alarm for yourself to make sure you check it every day. But this is a free email funnel, guys. It's something that you're already using. You designed it in Canva, so you might as well use it for your content information. Now, again, if you were in my last class, I did say try to get the phone number and birthday as well. That can come later once you guys build a rapport and relationship and things. But y'all, name, email. That's all you need for right now, just to start building your list initially, and then you can start building that relationship later. So you're welcome. But yeah, again, that's something that you can only do with Canva Pro. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you are in that class. So, or in my Canva class, so you can have access to do that. But there it is. That's something simple that you can create. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Other than that, your homework is to create your freebie offer. We did a whole AI session that gave you so many options to choose from. So I don't want to hear, I don't know what to do. You know what to do. You just pick one. And then post it to your funnel option of choice, which in this place, I'm going to change this to Canva. Just use Canva for right now. And make sure that you guys at least have something set up to where you can post your links onto your social media. If you utilize Bendable, you can do it on here. Let me take this off because I don't want people to think I'm crazy. Hold on. There we go. If you use Bendable, you can post it on there. But really, Instagram, I would say that would be a great start to post that link into Instagram and say, make a highlight or something, a story, and say, hey, you want to learn how to travel well in Greece? Click the link in my bio or click this highlight or something like that, and then have the link on there, and then you can start building your list that way. TikTok is the same way. If you have a bio link page, if you do Popple or Linktree, Flow Code, all the other ones fill in between, posted on there as well too. All right. Now, do we have any? Let me scroll up to the top. I promised you guys I will answer your questions. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Can I share the doc? Yes. Now go ahead and put some feedback in there as well. How did you guys feel about this class? Was it easy to follow? Did you guys kind of get lost in there? Let me know. Because this is my first month doing this actual master class in the way that I'm doing it. Normally, I just kind of do a training and do a free for all, but I kind of wanted this to be a little bit more structured because the way email marketing is intimidating for a lot of people, and it doesn't have to be. So I wanted to break it down very easy so you guys can work with it step by step and learn from my mistakes, because I did make a lot when I first started. All right, let me put the chat over here so I can look in the camera. And what is it, the link you're talking about? I just put the link for the worksheet in the chat box. Once I get my video uploaded to YouTube, it will be added onto there and into the Discord channel as well. The Discord link is also on the helpful resources tab of the worksheet right here. So all of the links for everything that we're using for the class is going to be right here. Okay, so Bendable is right there. Discord is right there. Canva Pro, MailChimp, YouTube, and Travefy. We're going to be using that next week. Hi, can I get access to the group you mentioned last week? I forgot to ask. Yes, Cheryl. So right here, if you click this link, you'll get access. And when it welcomes you in, just let me know you're for the masterclass so I could put you in the right channel. What is an example of an IFO related to travel? So again, like how the chat GPT gave us a lot of examples, but if you want to do a travel planner, that's one that I use very faithfully. That's my old reliable right there. Um, you can do I really like that language one. That was super unique to me. So I feel like I want to do something like that where you can have like a language guide or a cultural customs kind of guide. I think that's pretty cool. Travel guides of sorts. Can't go wrong with a good deal or discount. So Evo Plus or whatever wholesale or whatever you want to use for your specials, you can do that with. Let's see here. Vouchers are really cool. I like to do vouchers around the holiday time. So my Valentine's Day voucher on TikTok that I did was basically anybody who commented or sent me their information on a certain post that I did, I put them on a wheel and I clicked the wheel. Whoever won got the email, but newsflash, everybody was a winner. Nobody had to know that everybody won. The two that I did pick had like the best, like, in my opinion, the best voucher per se with the most value, but everybody else got something as well too. So that was a good one. But just think out the box, and again, chat GPT will give you a lot of good options. um you have to leave the training. Can I play catch up with the first class and the rest of this one? Absolutely, Tracy. I'm sorry, I just saw your video. You sent that like 30 minutes ago. Yes, you can watch the rest of it. How do you make an Amazon store? Um, that's a whole training in itself. If you guys really want to learn and make one, I'll put the video that I learned from on here, because I am not the originator of that. I found this lady on YouTube and I followed her video, so I'll put her video on the under the week 2 recap video for you guys because I already created one, so I don't think I could create one again. Local cuisine recipes. Oh, that's a good one too. Local cuisine recipes for different destinations. I like that. That's like a newsletter topic. Okay, Kim, I see you. Travel safety guide. That's awesome. Yes. Early access sales. Yes, absolutely. And that's something that's super important, guys. If you have your email list, like I know with a lot of platforms, you can cross post between social media and emails. If you have people in your community on your email list, make sure that they're actually getting easy or early access. So don't like post a special on like Friday and then on Saturday post that same special on your social media, especially if your clients follow you. That's kind of like a slap in the face. That's not early access. So like, give them something special that only they can get if they put that in their email. So they feel that warm and fuzzy, like I'm exclusive, I'm part of the exclusive club type of feeling. Um, I answered that one. Destination, yes. What's your YouTube? Right here. Let me just go ahead and copy this. Oh, it's on the worksheet. I just posted the worksheet. So just click on that and you'll get the YouTube channel. Got it. I just seen it. Okay, perfect. It's only a canvas screen. Yep. Sorry, my training ran long, but I'll go back to see the recording of this. Okay, no problem, Joanne. Thank you for joining. Can you get the worksheet? Yep, I just posted it. How long will we have access to Canva Pro until you don't want to use it anymore? Forevers. Thank you. I like the class you did. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Easy to follow. Awesome. It was hard to read the 3 prompts to enter the chat GPT. Okay, I will keep that in mind for next time. I'll make the font a little bit bigger. But hopefully, since you have the worksheet, you'll be able to like copy and paste it from there, right? Maria, you're totally lost. Oh, don't worry. Okay, so what are you lost about? Let's troubleshoot. Let's figure this out. Is it your first class for one? And if not, where do you want me to go back to? Because I don't want anybody to leave this class feeling confused or like rushed to do anything. I appreciate it walking through it in real time. Thank you. Absolutely, Heidi. No problem. I'm a teacher and you're doing a great job. Thank you, Kim. That means a lot. Yeah, my mom is actually a teacher as well. Hence the reason why I'm actually able to have a Canva class. Props to her. She's actually here visiting right now. And I think she's listening. I don't know, but yeah, I get it from her. Really good. I've really been trying to get more into email marketing, so this class was helpful. I've signed into email marketing provider recently. Awesome. What email provider have you used? Ben was saying they are waitlisting people unless you has invited them. Yes. So, oh, well, this link should work. This is my only link that I have. So if they're waitlisting people, then we might have had a lot of people try to join recently. Um, just try it again. I would say try it in an hour. And then if not, message me on Discord and then we could probably shoot, because normally they only waitlist people who are trying to do it from like not using the link. What kind of voucher? Okay, so let's go. Let me log into my Facebook. I think it's this one. It's not, but we are going to make it work anyway. Matter of fact, let me stop recording, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe so that way you guys get early access to, the videos once I post them. And then also, different things I'm going to be posting. I don't always do trainings on Zoom. So there are videos that I just post onto YouTube just for your helpfulness. But yeah, make sure you guys keep that bell on because I am going to be posting more things that are helpful that we're talking about in the class later on. But yeah, thank you so much for joining.